COVID-19 outbreak has people across the world in jitters. With no vaccine or drug available, prevention is better than cure has never felt more accurate. This virus passes on through saliva, mucus through coughs and sneezes, which can travel up to 3 to 5 feet. What can you do to take precautions? Plenty. Do's. Avoid close contact with those who are sick. Feeling sick? Stay at home. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. Quarantine those who are sick. This is the only way to prevent others from falling ill. Regularly clean doorknobs, handles, light switches, tables and countertops with soap and water. Use a screen cleaner for your phones and laptops. Use soap, water and wash your hands for 20 seconds. When? First, after going to the loo. You'd be shocked at how many don't. Second, before eating anything. Third, after blowing your nose or coughing and sneezing. Use a sanitizer that has at least 60% alcohol. Don'ts. Avoid sharing food or drinks. Do not share face masks. If you share a bathroom with someone, regular cleaning and separate towels and hand towels are a must. Do not touch your eyes, nose or mouth when out in public. As of now, the CDC recommends face masks only to those sick in order to prevent their infection from passing on to others. Stay safe, everyone.
Dear children, protect yourself against coronavirus. You know, prevention is always better than cure. So you want to apply all the secure measures for preventing yourself from coronavirus. Stay at home, and if you have to go out, you avoid crowds, wash your hands properly and cover your nose and mouth while sneezing or coughing. And you want to apply all those safety measures to prevent yourself from this corona pandemic. So all of you dears, stay safe and stay home. God bless you.
The following are the properties of a parallelogram. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Each diagonal divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles.
In our last video, we discussed all these properties. You remember, children? We also studied the adjacent angles of a parallelogram or supplementary angles. So using these properties, we are going to continue the classes today. Dear students, now all of you are very familiar with the properties of parallelogram, so that we are going to do more problems in the parallelogram using the properties. Okay? Yes. Now your first question here. See the question. Best, that is BEST, 4 vertices. This is a parallelogram. Find the values of x, y and z. Now you see the figure given in the question. You can see a parallelogram here, BEST, and you see some of the angles are unknown angles, x, y, z. They are unknown angles, and angle B is only given, that is equal to 100 degrees. So we need to find the unknown angles x, y, z. And all these problems of parallelograms can only be solved and found the answer by remembering the properties. By application of properties only we can solve the problems. Okay. So all of you carefully watch this figure. What are the things you are understanding? Okay. Recall all the properties. You know just one angle is given here, 100 degrees. So can you say what is the value of x? Very good, because this x acts like an opposite angle of this 100 degrees. X value is same because in a parallelogram opposite angles are equal. Okay, so shall we write that first? Yes. So first you want to write solution. Okay, so just we are writing given either you can write like this, measure of angle B is equal to 100 degrees. Okay, or you can write angle TBE equal to 100 degrees. That is also correct. Otherwise measure of angle B equal to 100 degrees. Okay, so when measure of angle B is 100 degrees, this implies which angle? X, the value of X. It is an angle that is also 100 degrees, and you write the property on the side. That is very important. You should mention the reason. Opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. Okay, so that is the reason. So we got one answer. Now you see the second, I am taking this Y. So to find Y, you want to carefully see this is a parallelogram and these two are parallel lines. Opposite sides are parallel. Okay, opposite sides are parallel. So when two parallel lines, this side SE, this is extended, this acts like a transversal. So when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so that is also a property. Therefore, this X is a corresponding angle of Y, which means the value of X is equal to Y. Therefore, Y is also 100 degrees. Understood? Okay, so that you want to write. Next step. Also we have, what is the value? Y value is equal to 100 degrees. Okay, and reason you want to write corresponding angles are equal. Understood? So that is the second answer. Now come to this Z. Z, you see this Y and Z together, they form a linear pair. Correct? So linear pair means the sum is 180 degree. That means Y and Z together make 180 degrees. From that you can find the value of Z. Okay. So write next step. We know Y plus Z equal to 180 degrees because they are linear pair. Okay. So this implies we found already what is the value of Y? 100. So 100 plus Z equal to 180 degree. Now to find the value of Z, you know how to solve. You transpose this 100 on RHS, it becomes minus 100. So this implies Z is equal to 180 degree minus 100, that is 80 degrees. Okay. So thus we got X value 100, Y value 100 degree and Z value 80 degrees. That is the problem. Now see the second question, what is given. In a parallelogram ring RING, if measure of R equal to 70 degrees, find all the other angles. Okay, so here the figure is given RING. This is a parallelogram, so opposite sides are parallel, you know, and you want to recall all the properties of the parallelogram. And here you see only one angle is given. Measure of this angle R is only given 70 degrees. You want to find all the other angles. That is, what is angle I, what is angle N, and what is angle G, you want to find out. Yes. So here also we are applying the properties. From the very first step you can say that because angle R and angle N are opposite angles of a parallelogram, they are equal. So in the first step itself we can identify what is the value of N. What is the value of N? Yes, it is opposite to 70 degrees, so it is also 70 degrees. So we can start the problem. Solution. Yes, given, what is given? measure of angle R is 70 degree given, and this implies measure of N is also 70 degrees, and you should write the reason there, opposite angles of a parallelogram. So they are equal. Yes, so you got one angle down. Now you see, we are going to apply the property. This angle R and angle I, they are adjacent angles because they are connected by a common edge. So that angles are adjacent angles, and again you know a property, adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Means they form, together they form 180 degree. So if you know one angle, you can find the other one. That is 180 minus 70. Okay, so that is this angle I. So next line, measure of angle I. Okay, or you can write measure of angle R and angle I are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. Therefore, measure of I equal to 180 degree minus 70 degree. How much? 110 degrees. Okay, because R and I are adjacent angles. You should write the reason every time. So you got now I, we got N. Now the who is remaining? G. And what is the value of G, can you say? Yes, correct. Because I is the opposite angle of G, they are equal values. Understand? So therefore we can write measure of angle G is also 110 degrees. And what is the reason? Opposite angles of a parallelogram. Yes, so that is our problem. We found all the angles of this parallelogram. Measure of I is 110 degree, G is also 110 degree, and N is also 70 degrees. Okay children? Now children, our third question. HELP is a parallelogram, HELP. Length are in centimeters. Okay, here just we are considering the measure as centimeter. Given that OE equal to 4 and HL is 5 more than PE. Find OH. Yes, now come to the figure HELP. This is a parallelogram, so opposite sides are parallel, that you know. So all the properties, whenever you see a figure of this shape, you want to recall all the properties. So what are the things given here? OE equal to 4. What is OE? This one. OE equal to 4. And what is this OE actually? The two diagonals of the parallelogram are PE and HL. Two diagonals. And what do you know about the property of diagonal of a parallelogram? The diagonals bisect each other, right? So diagonals bisect each other means one diagonal divides the other diagonal into two equal parts. Okay, so this PE diagonal divides HL into two equal parts. So this part and this part are equal. Similarly, this HL diagonal bisects the other one into two equal. So this part and this part are equal. Okay, so here only one part is given, that is OE equal to 4 centimeters. So when it is bisected, diagonals are bisected, what is this OP then? Yes, it is also 4 centimeters. Okay, 4, 4. Now what is given? HL is 5 more than PE. What is PE? This is the diagonal PE. And what is the total measure of PE, you know? This is 4, this is 4. So what is 4 plus 4? 8 centimeter is the total measure of PE. So what is given? This other diagonal HL is 5 more than PE. Means PE is 8. So with that 8 you add 5. What is 8 plus 5? 13. So this HL will have 5 more than PE measurement. So it is 13. Now what is our question? Find OH. And what is this OH? OH is the half of this diagonal. So because they are bisected, we can find OH by taking the half of HL. So that is the thing how we are solving. Yes, so see the solution. So first write all the given terms. Given OE, that is half of the diagonal 4 centimeters. So this implies PE, that is the total diagonal. PE equal to 4 plus 4, 8 centimeter. Correct? So here you can write, since in a parallelogram diagonals are bisected, so we added 4 plus 4. That is the reason. Now also given, what is given? The length of HL. HL is 5 more than PE. So what is PE? Now we found out 8. So 8 plus 5. 5 more. What is 8 plus 5? 13 centimeters. So thus you got HL length is 13 centimeter. Now we need to find the value of find OH, and you know OH is half of HL. Therefore OH is equal to half of HL, means the diagonals are bisected. So you find the half of, what is HL? 13. What is half of 13, children? 13 divided by 2, you find out, you will get the value equal to 6.5. Write in centimeters. Okay, so here we applied the property. In a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. Okay, understood? Now children, this is our next question. From the given parallelogram, find the values of x, y, z. Okay, so here it is a parallelogram in this form. Okay, it is given in this shape, and you know in a parallelogram the opposite sides are parallel. Okay, so this side and this side are opposite, and this side and this side are opposite. They are parallel. This is a parallelogram. Now we need to find the values of x here, y here, and z here. Okay, so this is one of your exercise problems. Now how we want to solve this x, y, z, we can find out. First you see, here this is an angle symbol given. What is the meaning of this symbol, children? Yes, this symbol means it is right angle, 90 degrees. So because this is 90 degrees, can you say what is the value of x? Yes, very good. It is also equal to 90 degrees because we studied in one of the properties of angles that whenever two lines intersect each other, the opposite angles formed are called vertically opposite angles. You studied in earlier classes. So vertically opposite angles are always equal. Okay. So similarly, this x is vertically opposite. You see these diagonals are intersecting each other at this point x, and these two angles are vertically opposite angles, so that the value of x is equal to 90 degrees. So that is the first value we are getting. So when you write the solution, you want to write what is from the figure itself we can get that answer. From the figure, x is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, and you should write the reason there. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are always equal. Okay, so thus we got x. Now you come to y. To find this y, you want to see only this triangle here, only this small, okay, only this smaller triangle you are seeing here. Okay, and you can see in this smaller triangle, x we got now, it is 90 degrees, 30 degrees this angle, and the third angle y is unknown. So when two angles we know in a triangle, how to find out the third angle, students? By applying angle sum property. Correct? Because angle sum property of a triangle tells that the sum of the total angles is 180 degree. So Thus we will find out what is y. So write by applying angle sum property of a triangle. Okay, how can you write here? X plus y plus this 30 degree forms 180 degree, correct? So this implies x we got already, that is 90 degree plus y plus 30 degree equal to 180 degree. So from this how will you get x? Yes, first you want to add this 90 plus 30. What is 90 plus 30? 120. So this implies y plus 120 degree equal to 180 degree, and from this 120 degree take here. So 180 minus 120, you will get the value of y is 60 degrees. Okay, now you want to find one more angle, that is z. So to find z, you see what is the relation between this z and y. Here actually in this problem you can find out z by two ways. Two methods are there. One is, you see, this z and y are alternate interior angles of a parallelogram. Okay, the parallelogram is like this, and these are the two diagonals here, and y is this one side and the other side is z, correct? So this is the way to understand this problem. So y and z are acting like alternate angles of a parallelogram, alternate interior angles. You know, this is a parallelogram, so opposite sides are parallel, and this diagonal is now acting as a transversal here. Okay, the two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. So this diagonal now acts like a transversal. It is cutting the two parallel lines, so that we can say alternate interior angles are equal. So it means this y is and z are equal. Okay, so that is the simpler way to find out what is the value of z. Otherwise, what you want to do, the second method, you take this triangle. Okay, take this triangle and you see this 30 degree is alternately equal to this angle. Okay, so this 30 degree means this also 30 degree. They are also alternate interior angles. So here 30 means here also 30. So consider this smaller triangle, and here z, here this is 90 and this is 30. Again you can apply angle sum property in this triangle and find out what is z. Okay, so that is also one more method. The easiest is you can directly write y is alternately interior opposite angle to z, so that they are same. So that is the thing I am going to write here, but this is also an option. Okay, if you are convenient by this, you can use that method also. So therefore, how to write? Yes, angle y, measure of angle y is equal to measure of angle z. What is that? Since in a parallelogram, alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, so this is the reason why z and y are equal. So that implies z is also equal to 60 degrees. All of you understand? So thus we got the value of x, y and z. So z is also equal to 60 degrees. Understood all of you? So that is the way how to do. By here we applied angle sum property, vertical opposite angles are equal, so that we got all the angles. Okay children? Now children, come to the next question. This is also one of your exercise questions. The measures of two adjacent angles, okay, adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in the ratio 3:2. Find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. Okay, so here it is given in a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram and the opposite sides are parallel, you know. And in this parallelogram, what is given? The adjacent angles of a parallelogram. Okay, adjacent angles. Let me consider these two angles. This angle and this angle. They are adjacent, correct? So these are adjacent angles. And what is given about these adjacent angles? Their ratio is 3:2. Okay, the value is not given. The two angles form a ratio. That is, when you find the ratio of these two angles, it will come 3:2. Okay, find the measure of each of the angles. So using this ratio, first we want to find out the value of these two angles, and using that you want to find the other two angles. So that is the question. Find the measure of each of the angles. Each means all the angles you want to find out. Okay, so how to find this answer? Here the ratio is given. So in earlier classes also you studied, whenever a ratio is given, the meaning is the first one is the multiple of that number and second one is the multiple of second number. Okay, so these two angles are unknown, so that I am going to take the value as unknown quantity. If I am multiplying x, if I am taking, so first angle will be 3 times of x. Okay, multiple of 3, and the second angle will be 2 times of x. Okay, ratio problems you studied in earlier classes also. So that is the starting of the problem. So these are two adjacent angles. So I am taking, let the two adjacent angles. Okay, two adjacent angles of the parallelogram be, first one I am taking 3 into x. Why 3 into x? Because that quantity, how much we don't know. So 3x degree be the first angle and 2x degree be the second angle. Okay, don't think that the first is 3 and second is 2. It is actually the ratio, so that first is a multiple of 3, second is a multiple of 3. So that how much we need to find out only I have taken as x. So 3x degree, 2x degree. Okay, so here I taken this is 3x, this is 2x. Now what do you know about adjacent angle, children? By the property we know adjacent angles are supplementary. That means this 3x and 2x, when you add, it is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so this implies 3x plus 2x, they are adjacent angles equal to 180 degree. The reason is adjacent angles are supplementary in a parallelogram. That is an important property. Now from this you can find out what is the value of x. What is 3x plus 2x? Yes, very good. It is 5x equal to 180 degree. And from this you can easily find out what is x. 5 into x, no? So when transposed it becomes division. So x is equal to 180 by 5. Okay, 180 degree by 5. What is 180 degree by 5? You want to reduce by 5 table. So 1 5 is 5, 3 5s are 15, balance 3, that is 30, 6 5s are 30. So the value of x is 36 degrees. Okay, so the answer is not over. We want to find out all the angles, correct? All the angles we want to find out. Now we just got the measure of x only. So therefore the next step is therefore. Now you need to find out what is this 3x. The first angle we considered 3x, no? So therefore 3x is equal to 3 multiplied by x value, that is 36. What is 3 into 36? Yes, 108 degree. All of you find out. Similarly 2x is equal to 2 into 36, that is 72 degrees. Okay, so thus you got this angle is 108 degrees and this angle is 72 degrees. Okay, we got the two adjacent angles. Now our question is find all the angles. So here you see, whenever you got two angles, can you say what is the remaining angles? Yes, their opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram. Therefore, this angle opposite here also it is 108 degree, and this 72 is equal to this angle 72 degrees. Okay, so how to write the last step, children? Yes, so you can write the final step. Therefore, the measures of the angles of the parallelogram are, yes, you want to write like this. First angle, if you are taking 108 degree, the second 72 degrees, then again 108 degrees, then 72 degrees. Okay, so this way you want to write all the four angles separately. So that is the required answer of this question. Okay, the next exercise problem, the figure HOPE, HOPE, HOPE is a parallelogram. Find the angle measures x, y and z. So here also three unknown angles x, y, z. State the properties you use to find them. State the properties means whatever steps you are applying, you want to write the properties. What properties you applied in this answer. Okay, yes. Now see, HOPE is a parallelogram. You can see one diagonal is drawn here and the unknown angles are x, y, z. And you see here one angle is given 70 degrees, correct? And here one angle is given 40 degrees. Now you see how we are reaching the answer. Because this is 70 degrees, can you say what is this angle? Yes, these two angles form a linear pair. So that this angle can be found by 180 minus 70. And you know this angle, that is angle O. The angle O is opposite to x. Okay, so whenever you got this angle O, you can immediately say the value of x. So thus you are getting the first angle x here. Okay, so that is we are going to write in the first step solution from the figure. Okay, we are finding the angle x from the figure. X is equal to x is equal to, I am writing directly 180 minus 70. X is equal to 180 degree minus 70 degree, that is equal to 110 degrees. So we got x from the first step itself, and the reason is linear pair. We applied linear pair property, and also opposite angles are equal. So from these two properties we got the value of x. First we applied linear pair here, and that value is opposite to x, so that angle x is equal to 110 degree. Okay, so we got one answer. Now you see the how we are getting y. As we discussed in the previous problem, this diagonally is acting like a transversal for these two parallel lines. These two parallel lines, opposite sides are parallel, so that this diagonally is acting like a transversal, and so that this y and this 40 they are equal because alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, yes, so that is the next step. Also y equal to 40 degrees. Okay, we got that is also from the figure itself we got the answer, and write the reason. Since alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, so thus we got what is y. Yes, so now you see we got x, we got y. So this angle is how much? Opposite to x is 110 degree. Okay, 110 degree we got. Now to find out z, all of you carefully see this triangle. What is the name of the triangle? POH. In this triangle, now you got y equal to 40. This angle we already know it is 110. To find z, what do you want to apply? Yes, very good. Angle sum property of this triangle. Okay, so that is our next step in triangle POH. Okay, z plus 110 plus y we got 40 equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? Angle sum property of the triangle. Angle sum property of triangle. We wrote this. Now you just simplify z plus, what is 110 plus 40? Yes, it is 150 degree equal to 180 degree. That implies z is equal to 180, 150 comes here, minus 150, that is 180 minus 150 is 30 degrees. Okay, so thus we got x 110 degrees, y 40 degrees and z equal to 30 degrees. The very important thing is, in all the steps you want to write the reason, how it came, what is the property we applied. Okay, yes. Yes, now we are discussing one more problem from the parallelogram. This is also one of your exercise problems and a very important problem. Okay, so all of you listen very carefully. Very important and also very easy. Yes, listen here. Given that risk and clue, okay, RISK and CLUE are parallelograms, find the value of x. So only you want to find the value of x here. And what is the specialty of this diagram is, children, that two parallelograms are joined together like this. Okay, so you want to carefully watch the two parallelograms. Okay, carefully you want to identify the two parallelograms. You see here, the first parallelogram is RISK. Where is RISK? RISK. So this is the first parallelogram, and CLUE, this is the second parallelogram. Okay, so these two you want to identify correctly, and to make you more clear, I have drawn the two parallelograms separately to make you understand. Okay, so to make you understand, I made this RISK and CLUE separately to identify the different angles. But you should learn this from the figure also, from the given figure also. And what do you want to find out? Find the value of x. Where is x? X is here. This angle we want to find out. Yes. And what else is given in the figure? Only two angles are given here. The measure of angle K is 120 degrees and measure of angle L is 70 degrees. Okay. Yes. Now you take the first parallelogram RISK. Okay. So that I have drawn here separately. Here angle K is given 120 degrees. So can you tell what is the measure of angle I then? Yes, opposite angles are equal, so that this is also 120 degrees. Okay, so that means angle I is 120 degrees. This angle is 120 degrees. By which property? Opposite angles are equal. Okay, so we can write that here. Solution, given measure of angle K is 120 degrees. That implies measure of angle I is also 120 degrees, since opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Okay, so you got measure of angle I. Now you got this angle I 120 degree. Now you see, children, this angle I and what about this angle S? They are adjacent angles of this parallelogram, and adjacent angles, you know, they are supplementary. So 120 plus this angle is 180 degree. From that you will get what is angle S. Why we are doing means, you see, children, this x, actually we want this x, and you see here is a triangle formation. So in this triangle formation, you know, there are three angles. What are the three angles? Here it is x we want to find out, and the other two angles are angle S and angle E. So if you are finding this angle S, value of angle S and value of angle E, we can use angle sum property here in this triangle to find the value of x. So we are finding these two other angles. Now understood? Okay. So now we got what is the value of S by using adjacent angle property. Understand, children? Yes. So that is the thing we are going to do. So next step, therefore you know, measure of angle I, that is this angle, plus measure of angle S equal to 180 degree, and the reason is adjacent angles. They are adjacent angles. They are supplementary. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Okay, yes. So this implies measure of I we got 120 degrees plus measure of S equal to 180 degree. This implies measure of S equal to 180 minus 120, that is 60 degrees. Okay children, thus we got this angle 60 degree, that is this angle we got 60. Now our aim is to find this angle, angle E. Can you say what is the value of angle E? Yes, it is very clear from the figure. You see in the second parallelogram CLUE, we already know what is the value of L. So this L is opposite to angle E, correct? So here you see I have drawn separately the second figure CLUE. This L is 70 degree, means the opposite angle E is also 70 degrees. Okay, so that is also very clear from the figure. We got E also 70. Okay, understand? Yes. So that we are going to write here, also given in parallelogram. Which parallelogram? CLUE, measure of which angle? L. Measure of angle L is 70 degrees. That implies measure of angle E is also 70 degrees. And here we applied the property opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Okay, so first step we got the angle S. Now we got the angle E. Measure of angle E is 70 degrees. Now what I told you, to find X, we want to apply angle sum property in this triangle. Okay, so the final step, by applying angle sum property of a triangle. Okay, of a triangle, what we can write? This unknown angle X plus angle E we find out, that is 70, and angle S we find out, that is 60. Together will make 180 degree. Okay, degree. This implies X plus, what is 70 plus 60? 130 degrees equal to 180 degree, and this implies X is equal to 180 minus, transpose this 130 minus 130, you will get 50 degrees. So that is the value of X here. Hope all of you understood all the problems in this video. Do the homework properly, revise the notes and complete all the notes up to date and study very well. Okay children?
Dear students, complete the homework from exercise 3.3 and submit to your teachers. Okay children? Thank you. See you in the next class.